Hi there, everybody. I'm going to take a couple minutes to talk to you about two things, one of which is value, which is adding both lightness and dark into a picture. It's the lightness and darkness of a color. And I'm going to also talk about chalk and charcoal. So chalk and charcoal are amazing art materials because they can blend so well. However, they're also some of the messiest art materials. So one thing I want you to be careful about is, one, make sure things get back into the containers that they're meant to get back into. There's labels on pretty much everything. The black one is actually not chalk, this is charcoal. And the other thing is you are responsible for cleaning up. So make sure that you wash your hands really well after you've used this so that it doesn't spread. If you have like a pile of chalk on your art, then you need to dip it into the trash can. And the other thing I wanted to say is that I'm allergic to it, so it's not a big deal, but I do need you to make sure that you're being careful to clean up. After you wash your hands with the wet paper towel, wipe off your desk area, because even though it's sanitized between classes, I like you if you can wipe it off. Okay, so back to value. You can add whatever you would like to, you can draw whatever you would like, and you could add value. I'm going to make a similar type of robot just so that you can see some tricks. In order to do this so that you can see the light, I've chosen a darker construction paper. So there is going to be construction paper that you are allowed to use this year, but please do not cut nice big pieces up. This is not for scraps, all right? This is for you to use as a base for your artwork. Okay, so you can make, it doesn't have to be a robot, but I'm going to make a robot, and the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and use the charcoal to make the shape of the face. So you can make a big circle. I'm going to do the drawing kind of fast, actually, so that you can just see the value part. And if you want to do something like this, then you can invent your own. I like large eyes, though. You could add a mouth. You could add antennas, whatever you would like. So, if you are going to make a face with value, think about where the shadows are. Shadows are along the edges of your face. Shadows are under your mouth usually because your lips stick out. They're under your nose. Your eyes usually create a bit of a shadow. Around edges of pretty much everything create shadow. So I'm just laying down a light amount of charcoal right now. And then you also need to think about where light parts are on your face. You might need to look at your neighbor if you want to do a face. Again, you don't have to. But your forehead usually has a lot of light. Tip of your nose, your cheeks, your chin, the middle of things. All right, so right now this does not look that amazing. What's amazing about it is when you take your finger and you don't scribble all over, be conscious of what you're doing, but you start to blend in things. You might even need like a damp paper towel to wipe your finger off in between your blendings, because I have black, so that's going to get everywhere. Being careful not to get this outside my face, although I've heard that you can use your pencil eraser to get rid of some chalk, although then you've got a dirty pencil eraser. I'm being really careful around all the lines not to blend them in. Although I can go back too on anything that's really dirty and strengthen the dark lines to make it really pop, because black helps things really stick out. It adds really good contrast. All right, just gonna use my other finger so I can blend in. All right, and I could take some more time to do that so that it even looks more interesting. So for the eyes, it's a similar type situation. I would use a color. And I'm not really worried about the black part of the eye yet. So it's gonna look super creepy till the end. And I'm gonna add the white again to make it shiny. And then use a cleaned off finger to blend it in. You can go back and layer different colors, like if you wanted to add a little bit of a darker color. And again, you have to be really fragile because if you just smoosh, it's going to go everywhere. And then the last thing is your pupils. And I might need to add some more of the iris color or make larger pupils. So you can experiment with value if you'd like to do like a robot-y piece like this or make something else. I've got to go kind of tap that into the trash to get all those little bits out, and that is all. All right guys, if you experiment with value, I can't wait to see what you make.